Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday morning. I'm Leo Ivanka Pandey, and I'll be your host for today's episode of the Leadership Series. Today's topic of discussion will be empowering youth leadership. Make sure to fill out the attendance form for today's episode. The link is on the bottom and will continue to appear throughout the broadcast. We have a lot in store for you today. However, before we continue, let's hear a message from Leadership Chair Leo Ogis.
Well, thank you so much, Leo, Ivanka. I think that you've done an absolutely incredible job. We have a great session queued up for today with a very esteemed speaker who I had the privilege of knowing for many, many years. Before we get started with the presentation, I think as you've seen for many of our episodes that are across the bottom of the screen, we have scrolling New Jersey Visionary Cyber Leo Club, winner of the Kindness Matters Service Award for 2019 to 2020. So I have a bit of show and tell. We received this at our district cabinet meeting a few days ago, earlier this week. Let me try and frame it correctly. Okay, wait, there. Okay, so this is our Kindness Matters Service Award. I don't know if you can read it, but I've learned now that this is a one of one. This is the only award that was extended in the category of hunger for the past year. So I think, why do I show you this? It's not just a point of pride for our club that we were able to be part of this incredible initiative of Lions Clubs International. It's also to thank all of you for your incredible support. People from outside of our sponsoring Lions Club, outside of our state, outside of our country even, they're coming out to support us, and we very much appreciate you for all that you do. And you continue to tune into this episode every single week. So thank you so much, and we hope to continue leading with a vision with you all. I think we're coming up on the special 25th weekly anniversary of this series. We have a very exciting program queued up for you on April 25th. So I think I'm just going to foreshadow that a little bit, and you'll find out what that means in hopefully in a few weeks. I don't think the 25th episode is one that you want to miss. And we have such an incredible speaker for today, so I'm not going to take too much of your time. So without further ado, the speaker for today is someone who I've known for many, many years and whose visionary leadership truly is emblematic of what the Leo Club is. Leo Club stands for Leadership, Experience, and Opportunity. I think that he can attest that his experience as a Leo definitely helped his leadership skills at the club level, district, and even the entire Europe. He's now on a very important task force that they have over in Constitution Area 4. I had the privilege of first meeting him in the 2017 International Convention, which is held in Chicago, Illinois, to mark our centennial celebration, where he served as one of the only specialist group leaders. So typically for the district governor-elect school, that they're divided into groups. I think that we all recognize that his skills were so incredible that it wouldn't be doing him just to assign him to 30 of the district governor-elects, that they gave him the incredible task of teaching all of them. And I think the reference is now that he's from North Macedonia, joining us from all the way from there. So without further ado, turning it over to you, PDG Andreja. And I'm not going to try your last name, please. If you could, please try and enlighten us on the pronunciation, but I don't want to butcher it. So take it away.
Well, hi, Ujas. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to all of you. It's a wonderful series that you're doing, and I've been watching the last few shows just for being acquainted with the work that you're doing. To help you pronounce the surname, I once had an opportunity of speaking to past President Joe Wroblewski, who told me an interesting story about how he was confronted with his surname. Somebody told him, "Oh, but with your surname very difficult to pronounce, you will never get any chance of advancing into Lions." So he came with a story, with an explanation that I'm now going to use for my surname. It says Stoik. You start with Stoik. Stoik is the name of Hiccup's father from How to Train Your Dragon, the cartoon, or a disciple of Zenon's school of philosophy. So Stoik. Off is when you turn something off, and ski is what you do in the mountain. So Stoik off ski. That's how you pronounce my surname. By the way, I forgot to congratulate you and the Visionary Leos on the Matters Award. You're doing an amazing work. I actually got inspired with the project that you have just promoted for the Hunger Global campaign. I joined the association back in 1999, and I was part of the first Leo club established in North Macedonia at that time, elected to serve as charter president of the Leo club, stayed with the Leos for 5 years, and then in 2004 switched to Lions. I moved to Lions, although it was very comfortable to be a Leo. It still is for many people in Europe to be a Leo. I decided that it's my time to move on or move to Lions because I was already a responsible person in my community, and I was already a responsible member of the association, and that's why I moved to Lions. I could afford to pay my dues, and that was the most important at that time. When I explained what Leo stands for to many, yeah, of course, we know that it's an acronym: Leadership, Experience, Opportunity. But I always spoke to people that I've invited to join the association as Leos, that by being a Leo, you actually acquire leadership skills. You are learning how to become a leader in the community that you serve. And then by being a leader, you've gain experience through the service path that you have chosen and create opportunities not for yourselves, but for those that are less fortunate than us. And this is what has guided me since the beginning until now. That we are Lions because we want to enjoy the fellowship, but we want to allow others to enjoy our fellowship and the goodness of life that we are seeing. And this is how we act, and this is why we serve, because we want to allow other people to have the opportunities that we have. I think that for a starter, that's pretty much enough. Ojas, Ivanka, do you have any?
Well, I think that that's incredibly wonderful, and I know that you do have a video, so please let us know when you'd like that to be played. I had one privilege that I get on this show is I get to see all the materials beforehand, and I think that that video is a very thoroughly inspiring video, which I hope you all get to see. I think one question that we have is, how is your experience as a Leo sort of transitioned into being a member of now the Young Lions Task Force in Constitution Area 4?
I used, or I always share my experience from switching from Leos to Lions early on. I had friends that were Leos for a number of years and that were a bit older than I was. When I joined the Leos in 2004, I was 26, 27 years old. So I was significantly younger than most of the Lions in not only in my country, but in the whole constitutional area. My friends were already at 30 or even beyond 30, and they just wished to stay with the Leos because they felt comfortable there. It's a non-obligatory environment that allows people to learn and progress, but it does not bind them in a form or move them in a path. By being one of the first Leos in the country and one of the first clubs under the association in the country, I was put into the process of growing immediately or facilitating the work of all of the clubs in our country. by knowing English or being able to communicate. This is thanks to my parents. They taught me that I should never back up from communicating or addressing anyone, and I should never be ashamed of getting in touch with someone. So I took over communicate international communication for the clubs in my country. First as a provisional zone, then as a provisional region, then through the district. So this was how I got the chance of learning from. Well, let's call them from the best, because we had a coordinating line that was in charge of us, but then we had other internationals visiting the country, supporting us in our paths. And when you have had the same experience, when you spend the time with them, you are actually getting as much information or as much knowledge from them to then show or uh, mirror yourself and become a better lion or become a better member of the association. This has been my path. I've always tried to learn from whomever I have spent time with. Let's look at the video. It shows both my path through lions, but also some of the involvements that I've had as a lion and as a Leo. So as you can watch through the video, it speaks about my path in Lions, and what my club represents to me, what my fellow Lions from the club mean to me, and how I have progressed in the path. For example, this bit is dedicated to forums and conventions, which I say that they are the moment that we recharge our batteries, and we spend time with friends, just for the sake of knowing that there are other people that are sharing our passion and our dedication for service, and make us feel more comfortable. They are not just our friends; they become our family. For example, past President Wayne Madden and his family, they have become part of my family. They are people that I long to see. We haven't seen each other since Milan, and well, not to ruin the moment. This was from our fundraising event, Wine Tasting Friday, held on June 7th, 2017, in honor of the Lions Centennial, and we raised a glass of wine in a toast to all the splendid work that the association has done in the past 100 years, and for the prosperous future of 100 more. If you have any questions, I can go on, but it's best if we answer the questions first.
So, what advice would you give to new Leos entering the program?
First, use this wonderful opportunity that you have been given by becoming a member of the biggest service club association in the world, to expand your experience and your knowledge, to expand your family, because Lions do become members of the family over time. Do not restrain yourself at any time. Just continue thinking outside of the box, because nothing is impossible, and everything is just on the reach of your hand. If you just extend your hand, you will be able to reach whatever you imagine, or whatever you make a plan of. Learn from everybody that spends time with you. The reach of your hand. If you just extend. Sorry. If you just extend your hand, everything is in your reach. Learn from whomever you are spending time with, because everyone has his own experience to share and his own knowledge to share. So if you just learn or use the experience or the knowledge of the person that spends time with you, you will be able to learn from their creativity, from their experience, from their knowledge, and acquire something new, make something new. Always try to find the learning opportunity for you, because this is the chance of becoming a better person for our communities.
So one thing that really stuck out to me from the video, especially the early part of the video, was the presence of our esteemed past international president, Wayne Madden, who unfortunately is no longer with us. And his theme for the year, I remember very distinctly, this was the first year I think I really got involved with Lions through my parents, was "In a World of Service." So can you say something a little bit about the...
My video froze. I hope that it's not me. I can actually share a few words or a few stories about past President Madden while Ojas is experiencing problems with the video. It was in 2010 when we first started communicating. He was just out of the Sydney convention, elected as second vice president of the association. I was just elected second vice district governor of my district. And in the year that I was supposed to serve, he was supposed to be the international president. What's more important than that is that in that particular year, Lions would have turned 15 years from the creation of the first club in our district. So in order to celebrate the anniversary, I decided that I should invite President Madden to visit North Macedonia and hold one of his board meetings in Skopje. And I wrote him an email because I wasn't afraid of doing so. And not only that I received a reply from him, I've started immediate communication with him. Actually, he started immediate communication with me. And we met first in 2010 at the Bologna European Forum. Then he visited Skopje, visited prospective sites to see for his board meeting. We became close friends. He decided ultimately not to have his board meetings in Skopje, but he decided to come back and spend some more time with us. So in the year when he was first international vice president, he came back and visited again, spent some time with us on some project work and community service. And during his year as international president, he repeated his visit twice, which was, I think, the only time in history that an executive officer has visited a different, one district for 2 times over a period of 1 Lions year. He was with us sometime in December of 2012, and he came back again at my closing convention as district governor in May 2013. What's the moment that I would always treasure, and this I simply have to share because if you continue pushing, if you continue chasing your success or your leadership, taking your leadership path, you will never lack the success. And this is I have the most amazing story of being sworn in as district governor among almost 750 district governors elect in my year 2012-2013 at the big stage of the Lions International Convention in Busan in South Korea, sworn personally by International President Wayne Madden. And then as I said, we became close friends. We became almost as a family. His family is now part of my family. My family was part of his family, and we are still close.
So it looks like we have a question. Can you tell us the best memory from your Leo years?
Oh, the best memory from my Leo years is the project that probably I'm most proud of. In the video, I've shared one project that's Bioproduct Plus, which started when I was a Leo and then was upgraded by the Leos as the years progressed. But the project that I'm most proud of took place in my first year as a member of the association, as a Leo. We organized a concert of classical music. We had 2 opera singers that are now world-renowned as members of our Leo Club at that time. The soprano even sang at the Metropolitan Opera in New York, while the tenor is singing throughout the world at the moment. We organized a concert at the opera, at the Macedonian National Opera. And that was the first event that Leo's organized on a large scale. We sold out the whole hall, 880 seats. All were sold, and by simple 25 Leo members from an ordinary Leo club. So nothing is impossible. Everything is within your reach if you just dedicate yourself to achieving that.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll pass it over to Leo Otis for some announcements.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, both of you, Lion, Andreja, Stojkovski. Please let me know if I've gotten that correct. Yeah, so we've all learned something today. Our audience has learned a little bit about leadership. I've learned a bit about Slavic name pronunciation. I didn't think I'd be going into that, but we've done that nonetheless. So my first announcement is about something that's very close to my heart, something that I have attended. I think now this will be the 9th time, the Lions Day with the United Nations. Typically, we all enjoy coming out to that building in New York City, but unfortunately, of course, we are all going to be virtual. And the theme of this event, the theme of this Lions Day at the United Nations is connected through service. For those of you who don't know, the Lions Clubs International Organization was instrumental in the setting up of the United Nations. The NGO part of the UN Charter was written by a delegation consisting of multiple humanitarian leaders, including our Executive Secretary, or our Secretary General rather, Melvin Jones, all the way back in 1947. I think that each year that we continue this tradition, it gets better and better. I think that PIP Al Brandel and his team, they do an absolutely incredible job over there. So please join us. I do believe that the registration is free, and join us on April 10th. It's going to be a great virtual event, and it's a great opportunity to connect with our UN partners as well as multiple Liaison Lions from all over the world. It's going to be a great time. And my second announcement is on something that I've been working on for just a few months now. It's the Leo Advisory Panel Symposium. If we can get that up on the screen as well. So while that's getting put up, as many of you may know, the Leo Club Advisory Panel is a committee of 32 people appointed by the International Board of Directors to sort of advise them on the issues that are pertinent to the Leo Club program, especially nowadays, the Leo Lions. So we are hosting this April symposium in conjunction with our Leo Awareness Month, first to celebrate Leo Awareness Month, but also to discover new strategies for improving our Leo Club and interacting with the Leo Club program. There's a number of international opportunities that are going to be discussed, as well as how we can increase collaboration between our Leos and Lions, because that is an instrumental part of what makes our association so great. So we hope to see you all there. The registration link will be sent out. If you go and claim your attendance certificate, that's where the registration link will be sent out, and we hope to see you all there. I think we're very proud of what we've come up with, and we hope to share that with all of you. So I think now I'm going to turn it over to Leo Ivanka to close us out. I think that this has been a great session. I think typically we do a seminar format. This conversation format has been absolutely amazing, and I think that PDG Andreja. I keep foreshadowing. I keep saying that because I think we're going to see Andreja one day become a PID because of his visionary leadership. So thank you so much, and over to you, Leo Ivanka.
Well, this concludes today's episode of the Leadership Series, presented by the New Jersey Visionary Cyber Leo Club. Before we end, I'd like to thank all of those involved in the making and production of the episode for taking this time to be with us today. Thank you to all of our viewers, and we hope to see each and every one of you at the next episode of the Leadership Series. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Before